So what I can do now is actually input a region here, region somewhere here for user to put in or select the date. So I want to click on this one and click on regions, right click on this one, create HTML regions. Next next thing, okay, come on, now I'm gonna create an HTML regions. Next, okay, name this one as select date range. Okay, it's in report regions. Okay, next, create this regions, and this region is going to appear after the payment. Now I would like it to appear before the payment, so I'm going to click on this one, drag it and drop it here, so it's just like created after the HTML region here. So now I will have this one comes first. After that, I'm going to right click on this one and create a page item. Create a page item, and of course it's very easy to see the date picker field here. So we're going to use the date picker so that user can choose the date there. Next, and name this one as from. Okay, so it's from some date to some date. So this one is the from. Okay, then next, the label is from good. Okay, that I think let's keep it. Next thing, date format, let's keep it as default. Okay. Next thing, we may select some data from the database and input it inside here. However, we don't use it. And also source use. If we already selected, it will store inside session, and it will take the data we already selected and put inside that one as default. Okay. Create an item. Okay, so you have the date range here. We're gonna run it. And see from, then okay, you can just choose a date here. Okay. Now next thing we can do is again edit and create the same thing. Right click on this one, create another page item, date picker. Next, this one I'm gonna name it as 2. Okay, sorry, 2. Next, from and to. Okay, then to. Okay, next. Okay, next. Everything is default. Create the item. You have another one, and after that I need a button to click on the go button so that it's going to refresh the page first. So right click on this one, create a button. So I'm going to name this one as a go button, and by default they have the label it's go, refresh it's go, so on and so forth. The user image is go as well. Create the button. Let's just have a look at the thing. Okay, good. See, now if you choose the date 11th, okay, and you choose another date 19, click go. Okay, this one is good. Okay, next one, or you can erase it first, otherwise next time you come to this page, it will keep the data. Why? Because this data is kept inside session. Let's just click go again. Now, however, if you have a look at this one, if we click go, nothing happens here. Nothing's happening here. Okay, nothing happens here. So what should we do? Actually, after click go, we should filter the data here. Okay, filter the data here. So if you look at this one, we don't have any condition for filtering the data. We only filter or select them based on some joint condition. Now we need to filter. You need to do further filters. So how can you do further filters? Of course, from here you need to do, what you need to do is actually you need to give further condition, and the odd dates, the order date, okay, this is the odd date, must be between this range. Okay, so must be between what now? Between the from date. So how can you access the from date? We already named this one as P3. I think I take the name out. Okay, so that one was P3. How can I know P3? You can edit this page. Okay, and this one is PT from and P3 to. Okay, so it's P3 from and P3 to. Okay, remember the column here, which means you're accessing to the attribute or a field inside our form. Okay, that one is and. However, The next thing is if you do input the from or you do input the to, so it should go or should use this condition. If you don't input the from or you don't input the to one, okay, let's say it's empty. Let's say if they're empty, or one of them is empty. Let's say if they're empty or one of them, let's say this is empty or this is empty, it's normal. So I can just make by default, I assume if it's empty, we're going to select all, which means if it is empty, we don't care about this condition anymore. So if it's empty, this condition should give something like true. So I'm going to put this one. So I'm going to take P3 from is no, or okay, P3 to is no, or okay. So if this one is no, the whole statement will be true, or if this one is no, the whole statement will be true. If this one is not no, this is false. This one is not no, this is false. You need to care about the last condition here. Okay, so I need to close the parenthesis like this. Do not try to execute it here. Do not try to execute it here, because inside this one you cannot access the P3 from and P3 to. You can only access that one inside your report. So now you're gonna filter your report by editing this one. Okay, and the queries was like this, and we need to modify the queries now become like this. Think ASCII. Now we're gonna apply changes. Now we try to run this statement. So right now we haven't selected anything, so for sure this kind of thing is for all the things that, let's say we're gonna select some random dates. Oh, we can just look at this one. This one, 5th of January, 1st of January. So actually it's from 1st to 5th of January. I'm gonna select the date, let's say from 5th to the 3rd only of January. Okay. 1st to the 3rd, sorry, 1st to the 3rd only of the January. Okay. 1st to 3rd of the January. So the one with 5th won't be out. So gonna click on this go button. See, so the data is filtered. The data is filtered. It is pretty much it. Pretty much it. Just to make sure you this one, save the report and choose it as default report, apply. Okay, this one is pretty much it. This